Hello everyone, this is Goud Alassaf and I'm going to give you an easy mnemonic today to memorize the unclassified anti-arrhythmics. So I hope I was not the only one that when they saw this table in the pharma lecture got a heart attack. However, I'm going to try to help you as much as possible with today's mnemonic, inshallah. So I need you to keep this picture in mind because it will really help you to remember this mnemonic. So our mnemonic for today is: a super athlete is dedicated and clearly muscular. Let's put our mnemonic here and draw our table. So we have each drug and its use, right? So first we have the letter A. The letter A stands for atropine. And then the word super, because it's super and it's like a special word, and you can also remember it by the S's, by like use and S. It's actually the only word that indicates a use instead of a drug. The rest of the mnemonic, every first letter actually stands for a drug, except the word super. Okay, so now we have an S for the use, right? But I also want you to remember, let's imagine the function of the heart. So first, I'm going to lower it, and then for the next two drugs, I'm going to stop it. However, let's stay on the lowering part. So we have an S and lowering the function of the heart, which is sinus bradycardia. I hope it makes sense. Then we have the letter A from athlete. So that actually stands for adrenaline. So athlete and is are actually like two similar drugs, adrenaline and isoprenaline. So I just told you to know that we first lower the function of the heart and then we stop it. So we stop in both adrenaline and isoprenaline. You can remember it by they both end in the same ending, so they're very similar in how they work basically. So, but then we have cardiac arrest and then heart block. So how do I differentiate which is which? So first I have arrest and then block. And we all know that the letter A comes before the letter B. So it's actually arrest and then block, because A and then B. Okay, so let's move on to the next drug. It's dedicated. Dedicated actually stands for digoxin. Digoxin, I want you to imagine the heart. Okay, so now the chambers of the heart specifically. So we have atria and ventricles, right? So imagine it in a gradual way. So we're gonna go atria, supraventricular, ventricular, and ventricular. Okay, so we have fibrillations and tachycardias. So we go tachycardias are generally less severe than fibrillations, right? So for atria, we only have fibrillation, but for ventricles, we're going to start tachycardia, and then fibrillation. Just imagine it always in a gradual way. So first atria, and then atria, supraventricular, ventricular, and then for atria, we have fibrillation first. We don't have tachycardia, and then for supraventricular tachycardia, ventricular tachycardia, and then lastly, ventricular fib. You're going to see this in a moment. So for digoxin, we said atrial fibrillation because we start for atria and we start with fibrillation. And then A stands for adenosine. So as you can see, the word and has A, D, and N, so adenosine. And then after atria, we said supraventricular and tachycardia, so supraventricular tachycardia. And then the letter C stands for calcium chloride. And then what comes after supraventricular? Ventricular, and it says as tachycardia. However, this ventricular tachycardia is a special one because it is due to hyperkalemia. Now, how do I remember that calcium chloride treats the ventricular tachycardia, specifically the one due to hyperkalemia? Just remember that calcium is always there for potassium because they're both ions. So calcium is always there for potassium, so it treats the ventricular tachycardia due to hyperkalemia. And then the M stands for magnesium chloride. As you can see, both end in chloride. After ventricular tachycardia comes ventricular fibrillation. And then one last thing is, if you've noticed, I've underlined the two words dedicated and muscular. It's because whenever you see the sentence, the first thing you put in mind is that this athlete is dedicated and muscular. These are the main 2 points, right? So I need you to link these two words muscular and dedicated. Why is that? Because actually magnesium chloride treats digoxin toxicity too. So, and D stands for digoxin, right? So muscular and dedicated, link them because magnesium chloride treats also digoxin toxicity. I hope this made sense and was helpful. Thank you so much for watching and good luck.